For number 3 here, I'm going to do each one of these 3 different ways. So stick with me throughout it all. The first way is going to be a longer way, the longest way. Second way is a way to tighten it up, shorten it up. And the third way is just a different way to think of it. It's not necessarily the shortest way, but it's nice to know why and how that works for problems in general, just as another tool to do it. So here we go. First method, I'm just going to do long division. And since the question is to be divisible by 8, we're looking for a remainder of 0. We want it to go in evenly. So I want 8 to go into 312. 8 goes into 31 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. Subtract, you're going to get 7. Bring down the 2. 8 goes into 72 9 times. 9 times 8 is 72. Subtract, got my remainder of 0. So this one is divisible by 8. Alright, so now we're going to do 98 divided by 8. 8 goes into 9 once. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract, bring down the 8. 8 goes into 18 twice. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract 2. So this one is no. The first one was yes. And let's see, third one. 8 goes into 11 once. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract, bring down the 2. 8 goes into 32 4 times. And 4 times 8 is 32 with a remainder of 0. So yes. And the last one. 8 goes into 144. 8 goes into 14 one time. 1 times 8 is 8. Subtract 6. Bring down the 4. 8 goes into 64 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64. Subtract. You get a remainder of 0. So yes. Alright, so all of them but 98 are divisible by 8. Alright, so let's tighten this up. So what I just did was long division. Now we're going to do short division. Basically, we're just going to drop a lot of the writing. So here's the shortcut. 8 goes into 31 3 times, and then mentally just say 3 times 8 is 24, which leaves your remainder of 7, and just put the 7 up and to the left of the next number. Okay, 8 goes into 72 9 times with no remainder, so yes. 8 goes into 98. 8 goes into 9 once with a remainder of 1. 8 goes into 18 twice with a remainder of 2, so no. Alright. 8 goes into 112. 8 goes into 11 once with a remainder of 3. 8 goes into 32 4 times with no remainder, so yes. And 8 goes into 144. 8 goes into 14 once with a remainder of 6. And 8 goes into 64 8 times, so yes. Alright, so just kind of shorten up your work, get you some speed during the test for the GRE. And now for the third way. Alright, so to know if a number is divisible by 8, well, note that 8 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2. Alright, so if you want to divide by 8, that means you have to divide by 2, and then divide by 2 again, and then divide by 2 again. So if I take 312 and I take half of that, well, that's going to get you 156. Alright, now if I take 156 and take half of that, I'm going to get 78. Oh, well, since 78 is even, I can certainly take half of that. I don't really care what the answer is, since the question is it divisible by 8? Well, it's going to turn out to be what, 35, 39. Oh, just like I did when I did the short and long division. Okay, so let's check the others. 98 divided by 2 is going to be 49. Oh, well, you can't take half of an odd number, so I'm done. So no. Alright, let's see, 112 divided by 2 is going to be 56. 56 is even, so I can certainly take half of that, which is going to be 28, and 28 is even, so really I'm done. Because I can do it a third time. I don't care what the answer is. But there's the answer. Alright, so 14, and now I need to do 144. Alright, let me squeeze this in here. Let me give myself an extra page. Alright, so 144. Well, 144 is even, so it's certainly going to work. So this is 72. 72 is even, so I'm going to get 36. Oh, 36 is even. And I get 18. And so all of my final answers will match, and I get all the same result of answering the question of whether the number is divisible by 8. And that completes number 3.